Yeah, have him check it and then let me know what's going on so I can, so we can have it changed or corrected, okay? Were you able to practice some of the movements?
Just a little bit. This week was kind of crazy.
Okay.
For,
So
for no reason.
Okay, let's do a little warm up. We'll do a review and I'm gonna show you the next part, okay? So all I want you to do is just start off with some nice big circles. Nice big circles. It's very important to really focus in on breathing nice and deep because again, remember, this is a respiratory disease. And what happens is that the more you can, in reverse directions, the more you can use your lungs, strengthen your lungs, the better it's going to be for you. Nice big circles. Always important to stay nice and loose. And then hands up, interlock your fingers, press forward. Now bend the knees when you press forward. So like you see, I'm bending my knees, pushing forward. So you open up the spine. You just hold it, stretch out those shoulders, and then come up, way back, and then down. So take your right hand, touch behind the shoulder. Are you seeing, when I say right, does it look right to you?
No, that's, you have your left up.
So you're looking, when I say right, does it look right? I know it's my left arm, but does it look like on your right side?
Yes.
It is, okay, all right. All right, so you're gonna touch your right hand behind. Okay, because what happens is, when I do a Facebook Live, it does the opposite.
Okay.
So I did a Facebook Live and I'm like, wait a minute, it shows me the other way. It's like, oh goodness. And then down, come across the side, and underneath, and twist. Actually, no, it wasn't Facebook Live, it was when I did it on YouTube. I do a 30-minute Qigong video every week, which is shown for Harbor's Edge and Abbey Del Rey South. And it's just a Qigong.
But you have,
I'm sorry?
they only show it on senior channel.
It's supposed to be shown there, all the exercise classes.
But it's shown on senior channel.
Oh, it's senior channel, I'm sorry, okay.
And you have to change from Comcast to UMA to get senior channel.
I didn't know that, okay.
And we don't want to do that.
I got it. And then come back and lock your fingers behind your back. So yeah, so it's just some Qigong exercises and some basic.
Well, they're offering Tai Chi video.
Oh, really?
On senior channel. I mean, on TV.
Okay, well, that's probably me then.
Probably, but I can't access it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a 30-minute class, and then just circle your hips around. I'm doing a 30-minute video that's being shown there and at Abbey Del Rey South. But anyway, my point is when I did it there and I looked back at it, and it showed where normally you see the opposite, but it actually showed the correct side. So when I raise my left arm, I say right, but it's actually left.
Right.
In another direction. Nice big deep breaths. And then bring your legs together, bending from the hips and the knees, and just circle the knees around. Then the other direction. And then coming up, shake out, and then just kind of twist side to side. Again, it's very important to stay nice and loose. And then shake out. Good. Okay. So we're going to bend. I want you to put your legs apart, bending down. So your back is straight, legs a little bit further apart. Push the knees over the feet. Then you're going to shift all the way over to your left-hand side. Left. There you go. Now we're going to shift side to side. This is called silk reeling. Arm out, and I want you to shift. And as you turn your hips in the waist. So in other words, I'm not moving my arm. I'm bringing my arm down and picking it up. But going from one side to the other occurs by way of turning my hips in the waist. The most important thing to remember in Tai Chi is that your hips and waist control your movement. So it's not an arm movement. It's not a leg movement. You're rooted into the ground, but your hips control it. So you come down and then just bring it back to the side. So down. So if there was a wall in front of you, that your finger would touch the wall the whole time. Breathe. Breathe. So you sweep down, turn the body, and bring it back. Shift all the way from one side to the other. Down and back. And then we're going to reverse the direction. So you sweep down, then we're going to reverse it. So you come back and push, push. Sweep down and push. Breathe in as you sweep down. Breathe out as you push. Sweep down, breathe in, push, breathe out. One more. Sweep down and push. Good. Stay over to your right arm out. Same thing on this side. Sweep down and then bring it back. Just feel your arm like floating to the side. So as you're shifting your weight, just feel you're floating from one side to the other. What this also does is it teaches you that you should feel your feet pushing into the ground, connected to the ground. What it does is it also reinforces that your hips are doing the movement as you change the weight. And as they say, releasing through the hands. The hand is the last thing to come through. Then breathe out. Shift all the way. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we're going to reverse it. So we come down. As you sweep down, just feel it float and then float back. Back, lift, and push. Sweep down. Feel that connection to the earth with your feet. Controlling from the hips and the waist. And then releasing through the hands. Down. Push. Sweep down, breathe in. Push, breathe out. Sweep down, breathe in. Push, breathe out. Two more. Down. Push. Just one, sweep down. Push. Good. And come back to the center and come in. Good. So that's the point that you'll always hear about Tai Chi. Everything is rooted into the ground. So you want to feel your feet connected to the earth, okay? It's controlled, whether you're going side to side, forward and backward, whatever it may be, that everything you're turning, you're lifting, you're raising, you're lowering, everything is controlled by the hips and the waist, and then the hands are the last thing. Think of a baseball player. Pitcher, and when he steps here, he has that ball back here. He starts at the knee, then the hip, okay, then starts to work its way up, and the last thing is the releasing of the hands. It's the same thing, that you have that groundedness with your feet into the ground, the hips controlling that motion, and then the hands just kind of go along for the ride, and they just follow, basically they follow, okay? All right, so let's go into so we have our opening movement, which is our up and down. So your knees are bent, that tailbone tucked under. control with the part. And then we just come up and down. So we come up, you're lifting from the legs as you're picking, so you're coming up. So you feel the hips rising up, and then lowering down. And I'm gonna turn to the side here, so it comes up, in, and down. Relax the hands, up, in, and down. So you want to feel as if there's this balloon under your hands. The balloon lifts you up, and then you're pressing that balloon down. So when you're pressing a balloon down, it doesn't take much power and strength. Okay? All you're doing is just putting your hands on that balloon and just lowering that balloon down. But that balloon lifts you up, in, and down. So the breathing is up, breathe in, down, breathe out. And again, just feel your arms float. Up, breathe in, down, breathe out. Now you don't want to lift your shoulders up, lift your arms. So when you lift your arms up, notice I'm not doing this. My shoulders stay down. I'm focusing just on the arms, not the shoulders. Up, breathe in. Feel when you're out here, you should feel no pressure, no lifting of the shoulders. And then down. A couple more. Up, breathe in. Down, breathe out. One more. Up, breathe in. Down, breathe out. Good. Okay, we're going to go into embrace the tree. Remember, like you're hugging a tree. And we're going to open, and we're going to come back to the center. Good. Open. Now from this, what you do is you feel that your shoulder blades are being pulled together, and you're drawing your elbows back. So your arms are not straightening, you're not throwing out this way. You're just opening. You're still hugging something. You're just hugging a bigger tree. And back. Open, big deep breath in, and then bring it back in, breathe out. Open, breathe in, back, breathe out. Good. Okay, this time we're going to open, breathe in. We're going to drop your right arm, lift your left, circle it, and then come into the ball. Okay? Now remember, when you're holding the ball, you want your shoulders drop, so your elbows. Again, you're only holding a ball of air here, so just relax it. And we're going to expand the ball, turn it over, and close it. Same thing, nice relaxed ball. Open, nice big deep breath in, and close, breathe out. Open, big turn, and close. Open and close. Good. Open, big deep breath in and close. You breathe out. Open. Good. And close. Now you remember the rule of thumb as to what foot you're going to be on based on your hands?
Yep, same.
Yep, okay, so whatever foot you're standing on, that hand's going to be on top. So we're going to step over to your left because your left hand is on top. And we're going to touch out to the side. Yeah, just touch it out. Change the weight, turn the hands over, and then you bring your foot in with your hand. So now you're on your right foot with your right hand on top. Step out to the side. Slowly change the weight. As you turn the hands over and everything closes together. Good. Touch. Turn as you shift the weight. And close. Touch. Shift, turn, and close. Good. Touch. Shift, turn, and close. Good. One more time each side. Touch. Shift, turn, and close. Touch. Shift, turn, and close. Good. Okay. So now we're going to do parting the horse's mane. So you step forward with your heel. We shift forward. So remember, both feet are flat. You bring your bottom arm forward. Remember, you're going up the neck, hold the head, and the other hand is down. Good. Now we're going to shift back. And as you shift back, we're going to step back. Remember, when you shift back, you pull the toes back first, and then, so reversing the movement. Back, step out again. The heel, shift forward, open, back, both feet are flat, shift back, and then see how the hand and foot work together to come back. Touch out, shift forward, open, shift back, step back. Oops, step back a little too far on that one. Touch forward, shift forward, open, shift back. Okay, now when you step back, we're now going to step out to the side. And we're going to change the weight, turn the hands over, and close. Good, now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Touch the heel, shift forward, open. Remember, you're holding, if you just remember it, I'm holding the head while I part the mane down. I wouldn't be holding the head here and coming down this way. So that kind of gives you the idea of where, yeah, it's right here, just right down. You're just holding that head and you just mark it, parting down. You shift back, step back to the ball, touch out, shift forward, open, shift back, step back to that ball, touch forward, shift forward, open, shift back, step back to the ball, touch forward, shift forward, open, shift back, back to the ball. Now we're going to step into the center, bring both hands up and down. Good. And then just relax them down. So when you're coming down, we don't want to stop here because this is tension. Just bring it all the way down to finish. Okay? So you can, that's how you can make a movement into a little mini form in a sense. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing lots of little mini forms, and then we'll start putting things together. Okay?
Okay.
Are you comfortable with that?
I'm sorry?
Are you comfortable with that movement?
Yes, absolutely. This is
Okay.
Jared.
Great. So we're going to go on to.
I'm not talking because I'm concentrating.
Okay. We're going to go on to the next movement, which is called brush knee.
Brush.
It's called brush knee.
Okay.
Brush knee. Okay.
Brush knee? No.
The name tells you what we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to go back into this ball. Okay, we're going to start off the same way. Step out with your foot. Okay, and then you shift forward. Okay, now, which knee is in front of you?
My right.
Correct. So we're going to brush that knee. Just brush it. Come right across it. Notice where I am. I'm not going way out here because there's no knee over there. I'm just right here. The other hand pushes forward.
Pushes forward?
Yeah, so I'm in this position here. So I've got the hand brushing the knee and the other one, and I never reach out, I'm always just placing it out. Okay? So we're going to do a couple of we're going to do a couple of times like this, and then we're going to change the hands a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to shift back and pull back, step back, the same thing we did, back into the ball, step out, and brush the knee. Shift back, step back, pull back to the ball, step out, brush the knee. Shift back, pull back, step forward, shift forward, brush the knee. Shift back to the ball. Okay, so you feel okay with that?
Yes.
All right, so now I'm going to confuse you a little bit. We're going to do a little stuff with the hands. Just watch me first what I do.
Okay.
Just watch. Okay, I'm coming out to here, to here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 circles with my arms. As I step back, I'm going to drop, think bottom up, top down. The top hand's going to drop down. The bottom hand's going to come up. As I shift back, I'm going to circle, step back, and step back out again. Okay? So basically, taking one hand at a time, this is what it's doing. This hand's coming to here. And I'm gonna break this down for you, so you're gonna do both. And then this hand is gonna come here and forward. Here and forward. Okay? So, and I'm gonna show you a really easy way to remember it too.
Okay.
So I'm going to face to the side so you can see what I'm doing, and then you can just follow along. All right, so we're going to be on your left foot with your left hand on top. You're going to step out, and then we're going to brush that right knee and push the left hand out. Good. Now that's the movement. Sometimes if you just hold it and say the words brush knee, you're reinforcing it by saying it, hearing it, and doing it. Okay?
And what's the word?
If you forget which knee to brush, very simply, look down. There's only one knee in front of you.
Right.
There's nobody home over here. Okay? So let's focus on the top hand. So just relax your bottom hand. Okay? So as you shift and step back, as you shift back, drop the arm down, step back, lift the hand up, and step forward and bring it forward. Good. Shift back, sweep down, step back, lift, step forward and out. Shift back, sweep down, lift, and forward. I want you to think of like throwing a ball. Shift back, sweep down, lift like you're going to throw a ball, and then bring it forward. Shift back, sweep down, step back, lift, and throw. Shift back, sweep back, lift, and throw the ball. Good. Okay, now drop that hand, and we'll do the same thing with the other hand now. You got your right forward again. Now this is the one that brushed the knee. As you shift back, this hand's going to come up. You step back, it comes in. See how they both work together? They both work together. And then you're going to step forward and come right back to where you were. Shift back, lift. Step back, bring the hand back. Step forward. You see how you're making a circle?
Right.
When you're brushing the knee, you want to be right by your knee. Yep. Shift back, lift. Step back, pull. Step forward. Circle in and brush the knee. Shift back, lift, pull, brush the knee. One more. Shift back, lift, step back, pull, step forward, brush the knee. Good. Now let's put the two together. Okay? So remember, think bottom up, top down. As you shift back, the hands change positions. You step back, this one says come on in, this one's up, you step forward and brush the knee. Good. Shift back, change the hands, step back, lift, step forward, brush the knee. The hands work together. Shift back, change the hands, step back, lift, step forward, brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands, step back, lift, and change. Good. Again, back. So the hands are always in motion, making 2 circles. Good. Forward, one more. Back. Let's do one more because I want to see something you're doing. Good, step back. Good, then we're gonna pull back, step back to the center. Holding the ball, up. Remember, we always come back to the ball. Always come back to the ball, then up and down. Good. So remember think of it, the way I kind of describe it in some of the classes to make it easier is I say, as they're coming back, I'm saying, come on along. Come with me. Come on. Why? Why should I come? Because I'm going to throw you a ball. Okay? So it's like, come on with me. I'm going to throw you a ball. Okay?
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Let's try the same thing with the other side now. Okay? So I'm going to face this way now, same thing. So we're going to be in the ball on the right side. Okay? So now you're going to step forward with your left foot, and your left hand's going to brush the knee, and your right hand's going to come forward. Left hand brushes the knee, right hand forward. Good. Okay? Let's step back again. Step back, pull back to the ball. Step out. Shift forward. Remember, it's brush the knee. The name of the movement tells you what we're doing. Brush the knee. Shift back, step back. Step forward. Brush the knee. Shift back, pull back, step back. Step forward. Brush the knee. Good. Okay, now we're just gonna focus on the top hand. As you shift back, we're gonna drop that hand down. Step back and lift. Step forward and bring it forward. Shift back, circle down. Step back, lift. Step forward and out. So we're making that circle. Is why we're going to imagine that we're throwing a ball. Shift back, bring it back. We're going to come all the way up and forward. Shift back, sweep, and forward. One more. Shift back, sweep, and forward. Okay, now we're going to drop that hand down, focus on the bottom hand. So on your left hand. So as you shift back, we're going to bring, as you shift back, you pick the hand up. Shift back, pick it up. Hand and foot come in, step forward, and circle into that brush. Shift back, lift, step back in, and brush. Shift back, lift, everything comes in, and then everything comes out. Shift back, lift, everything comes in, everything comes out. Good, remember it's brushing the knee, brushing the knee. Okay, remember we're gonna come back to that position where you were. Shift back, lift, everything in, step forward, brush that knee. Right, we don't wanna go to it, remember, you wanna just keep your hand by your knee. Shift back, lift, everything in, step forward, brush that knee. Good. Okay, now let's do both hands. So you got your hand brushing the knee, the other hand forward. Good. So now, as we shift back, both hands change. It just changed. Okay, as you step back, see how everything works together? So when I did this, this hand came in, this hand came up. So they work together. Back here. Step, brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands. Step back, pull it in. Step forward, brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands. Pull back, step back, and brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands. This one says, come on along with me, because I'm going to throw you that ball. brush. Shift back, change the hands. Step back in. Brush the knee. Back lift. Change the hands. Remember, this hand comes up here. It doesn't come in here. It comes right up. Remember, we're changing the hands. So I changed my hands.
Okay.
Change the hands. See, all this hand did is this came up. Comes up, one comes down. Then everything comes back. Step out. Brush. Shift back. Change the hands. Everything comes in. Hands up. And forward. Shift back. Change the hands. Step back. And brush. And we're going to throw a ball. So you can't throw a ball from down here. From here. Bring it in. Step. Brush. Brush the knee. Shift back. Change. Step back. Remember, you want to try to have everything work together. It makes it easier when you work together. Now it's brush the knee. Everything works in unison. So as I shift back, I just change my hands. Now I didn't step back yet. The hand and the foot work together. So they come back together. Then you step out and then brush. Brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands. Change the hands. Then hand and foot come in. And then brush. Brush that knee. Shift back, change the hands. Step back, everything in. Hands up. And brush the knee. Back, change. Everything in. Brush. Shift back, change. In. Remember, you're saying come out along with me. And forward. Brush the knee. Then we're going to pull it back as you step back. Pull back, step back into the ball. Pull back means this. Pull back. Step to the center. Hands up. And down. Okay, good. Shake out. So if it makes it easier when you're doing it, just focus on one hand at a time. Remember, everything is circular. Everything in Tai Chi is circular. Okay? So
the left side doesn't want to cooperate as much.
that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes don't think so much. It's about feeling. It's all about feeling it, not about trying to analyze it. Feel it. Okay? Just feel it. And don't worry about it. Just you sometimes you have to play with it a little bit. So doing the if you just have to train one side, if your mind needs to retrain the other side. So that's why if you just go into the position, you know it's brush knee, okay? Drop this hand, okay? Now you know everything is circular, right? So circular, you make a circle. We started down, we finished down. Down. We come back, step back, circle, and down. Remember, if you remember again, the name's called brush knee. The knee's not up here. Okay? Finish your hand, and sometimes just put your hands on your leg. That way you know where you are. You shift back, circle, and down. Just making a circle. Shift back, make a circle. And forward. Make a circle. Shift back, make a circle. And forward. That's it. Always come back to where you started. Make a circle. Circle. And down. See, like I'm using my hand like this. I'm going to make a circle. Making a circle. And forward. Making a circle. And forward. Making a circle. And and forward. Good. And then same thing with the other hand. Forget this hand, let's go with the other one. Again, little pointer, making a circle. Down, make a circle, and out. Down, and forward. Make that circle. Down, forward. Down, and forward. And sometimes you just have to do this a bunch of times. Okay, until you feel, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be with it, and the less, again, try not to think about it, just relax and just make, just have yourself do that circle. Everything is circular. Everything is circular, okay? All right, so next thing I want, so you gotta play with that, okay? And even if you in China, what they would do is they have people actually go into a position and hold that position for up to an hour, okay? And when you can hold it for an hour, they'll teach you the next movement. The idea of it is each movement has its own energy aspect to it, okay? And so by going into a movement and just holding it, your body recognizes it. It becomes familiar. You know to relax, you feel it, okay? You move around in a little bit, you hold it, and then you say to yourself, brush knee, brush knee, brush knee. Okay, I'm brushing my knee. Everything's relaxed, and you just hold it there. Sometimes, even in this country, they do it for 10, 15 minutes, some classes, okay? So the idea is you just do it, you just hold it. You do the same thing on the other side. Go out there and you're brushing that knee. You're saying kind of like stop here, okay? And again, you just relax it and hold it. And you say in your mind, you say the words brush knee, because again, the word reinforces what you're doing. And you just hold it. And so if I say go into brush knee, boom, you know right away what to go in, okay? And the same thing for parting the horse's mane, okay? Parting the horse's mane. I'm holding that head, and I'm brushing its mane, okay? I'm brushing its mane. I'm holding that head, okay? Okay, and then you hold it down here. Okay, and again, you hold it, and you just kind of relax it, hold that position, and say to yourself, brush knee. Okay, and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so again, it's just a matter of repetition, and it doesn't have to be a lot. A few minutes a day is all you really need on it. Okay, all right. So next thing I want to do is I want to show you a very simple walk. We have two different walks that we do. One is called a Tai Chi walk, and one is called a form walk. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Tai Chi walk, because it's a walk that people use. The form walk is what we actually do with our hands. Okay, so we'll go into a movement, and then we'll step forward and do it like this. We'll come forward, and that's how you move around. But the Tai Chi walk is more of a meditative walk. It's very powerful, because there's different types of meditations that people do, and people will do this walk. It also will help you in your regular walk as well, from a balance, from an overall standpoint. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. Now, I want you to move over to the side, and we're gonna go the same direction. Okay. So you're going to be facing this way. You face this way, but your body's going to face that way. But you can watch what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So what happens is when people take big steps, they tend to take these big steps. They jam their heel into the ground, and that puts pressure on their heel, their knee, their hip, their neck, their shoulders, all that. So a Tai Chi walk is more of a controlled walk. So what we do is this. We start off by just placing the foot forward. Now notice I'm not leaning into it. I'm just placing my foot forward where I have control. I'm not falling into it. I'm just placing my heel forward. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the weight from my back foot to the front foot. As I transfer, I just forward. Okay, now you'll notice that my heel is off the ground because there's no weight on it. I'm standing on the standing leg. Okay, but I've transferred forward, so I have balance and I have control. Then I take this foot, and again, same thing, place the heel forward. Okay, and then as I transfer from the back foot to the front foot, all I do is transfer and hold it. Okay, so you can see I'm in balance on that standing leg. The other foot there's no weight on it. Same thing, touch the heel, and then transfer forward. That's it, and just hold it. Touch the heel, and you hold it for a little bit, and then transfer forward. Touch the heel, and then transfer forward. Good. Okay, now move back again to the beginning part. Okay. So when I first started doing this, my Kung Fu teacher had us walk around the room for an hour. Because again, it's not, as you can see, it's not as easy to go slow because it's got to have that control. Okay. So what you do is to work it and to develop it, to make it more of meditative, is you start off, you take a big deep breath in, and you hold it. And then as you transfer forward, you breathe out. And you keep breathing out until your lungs are empty. Then you touch forward, take a big deep breath in, hold it, and then transfer, hold it, and then just keep breathing out until you breathe all the way out. This keeps you from stepping too quickly. You want to hold it. Bring the heel forward, big deep breath in, hold it. You breathe in all the way in. As you transfer forward, you breathe out. And keep breathing out until you hold that until you breathe all the way out. Touch the heel. Breathe in, breathe in all the way in. Keep breathing in nice and deep. As you breathe out, let it out. Hold it. Hold it. Touch the heel, big deep breath in, hold it. And then breathe out. Let it out all the way out. Good. Okay, come on back. One of the things that I did was I took this concept that I did with the walking like this, and back many years ago I was learning country dancing, and I had a lot of difficulty. I for some reason, I mean, I did gymnastics. I coached gymnastics, high-level gymnastics for 25 years. I danced. I did all sorts of stuff, but I couldn't put the two-step and the hands together. I felt so uncoordinated. So I literally went around my house doing quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. I went forward, backward, sideways, just so I kept getting a feel for that, so that when I did the step, I didn't have to think about it. It became second nature. And then back a number of years ago, when my girlfriend and I decided to take salsa lessons, I went to the same thing. I had difficulty with the steps and putting the hands together. So I used to go around my house going, forward and backward and just working this and actually talking to myself so I can think, so I don't have to think about it. Right. And the same thing with this is that in the beginning, the more you do it, the easier, like anything else, the easier it becomes, okay? So, but the focus is really on the breathing, right? Okay? So that's why you hold it. You're not just stepping and then stepping again. It's a hold. That's why it's a meditative walk. So when you start off, you put your heel forward and you breathe in nice and deep and you hold it. That's why you're not just going quick, because it takes you a while to breathe in all the way. And then as you shift forward, you breathe out. But then again, you hold it because it takes you a while to breathe out. When you breathe all the way out, you touch the heel forward, you breathe in, and you just keep breathing in nice and deep. Okay, and then once you breathe in all the way, then you transfer the weight and then breathe out all the way. You touch, breathe in all the way. So you don't want to rush it. And breathe out as you transfer the weight. Breathe out all the way. Now remember again, when you're coming forward, you're not stopping with both feet flat. Okay? When you shift forward, that's what it said, forward. See, if I come here, I'm not forward, I'm centered. Forward means that this foot's off the ground. Just my toes are touching. So all the weight is on the standing leg. touch the heel. See, everything's all on one foot. I can go forward or backward, it doesn't matter because the weight is centered over the standing leg. Then I come forward and I keep breathing out. Oh, and I just hold it until I breathe all the way out. Once I breathe all the way out, then I know I can take the next step. Okay, move back again. Okay, move back a little bit more and back that way. Yeah, that way, there you go. And move backward a little bit more. I want you in the frame, but not too there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, right there, good, good. Now I can see you, I can see all of you, and you'll have some room. Okay, so again, you touch the heel. Okay, no weight on it, no weight on it. Okay, that's the key on this, is there's no weight on this foot. You should be able to lift it up and down without transferring your weight. Okay, can you lift it up and down? Yep, just lift it up and down. Just put from the heel, not the toe, the heel, the heel. Right, that's up and down, good. So that way you know you have control on that standing leg. Okay, then you hold it there, and then you just breathe in nice and deep. Okay, and then once you breathe in all the way, now as you transfer the weight, you breathe out. All the way, and you hold it. Now again, that back foot, your toes are touching, but there's no weight on it. And you breathe out all the way until you can't breathe out anymore. Then again, touch the heel, you breathe in. All the way, you just breathe in nice and deep. And then transfer the weight as you breathe out. And then hold it. No weight on that back foot. Remember, it's kind of, each of this is kind of like a single leg stand, but the foot's touching. The other foot is touching. Touch the heel, big deep breath in. Hold it until you breathe all the way in. And then transfer the weight, breathe out. Keep breathing out all the way until you can't breathe out anymore. Touch the heel, big deep breath in. Shift forward, transfer the weight, hold it, breathe out all the way. Touch the heel, big deep breath in, hold it until you breathe all the way in. Transfer the weight, breathe all the way out and hold it until you can't breathe out anymore. One more, touch the heel, big deep breath in. And then forward, hold it, breathe out all the way. And come up, good, okay. So you want to make sure that, again, this is something, again, it's a good practice for you. It builds patience, because you have to have patience we all want to go really quick, but where are you going to go? You have nowhere to go, right? So this is the perfect time to just take your time, relax it, work on that walk. It's not about how fast you can get there, it's how slow you can get there.
Right, right.
Okay? So when I was in China and I saw people actually doing this, they would walk down the street and they would do this nice and slow. And the slower you go, the better. But always remember that the two things to remember on this is when you touch your heel, there's no weight on it. Okay? You might decide, okay, I changed my mind. So you can check yourself by just bringing your foot forward and backward and realize that you're on that leg. That's how far forward you bring it.
Is the standing leg bent at any time?
Yes, it's very slightly bent. Very slightly. You can keep it right now in the beginning, don't worry about it. Keep it straight if you have to in the beginning till you get comfortable with it. Okay? And then as you do it more and more, then you'll have a little bit bent. Bending, what the bending of the leg does is it engages these muscles more. So it's going to build those muscles, the strength in those muscles a little bit more. Okay? That's why it becomes, when you bend your knee, it's a little harder because you're working those muscles. But in the beginning, work it to where you're comfortable. Okay? All right, so let's just review the two movements that we did. Okay? So actually there's the three. There's up and down, parting the horse's mane, and brush knee. So up and down is very important to work. Up and down. Again, use your body. That's why they call up and down. It's because, again, everything starts from the legs. Everything finishes in the legs. The hips are coming up. The hips bring your arms up, and the hips bring your arms down. Keeping the shoulders dropped and relaxed. When you bring those arms up, the shoulders stay down and down. all the way, up and down. Okay, and then we're going to go into embrace the tree, open, and then step into the ball. Okay, now we can do side to side. Touch as we transfer the side to side, not forward, side to side.
I'm sorry.
Side to side first. Okay, touch. No, the other side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember, whatever leg you're on, that's the hand that's on top. Change and over. Right. What this does is it reinforces so you to know which hand is on top based on which leg you're on. And as you become more aware of this, then you'll always know whatever leg you're on, that's the hand that's on top. Okay, we want to try to eliminate all the guesswork. Okay. Step out. Good. And just keep working this. And work it till you can't do it anymore. Then we're going to go forward, parting the horse's mane. Touch the heel. Shift forward and open. Both feet are flat. Okay. We're going to shift back, step forward, and out. We're going to shift back, step forward, and out. Okay, now this time when we step back, we're going to step out to the side. Change the weight, turn the hands over. Same thing on this side. Step out with the heel, shift forward, open. Shift back, step out, shift forward, open. Shift back, step out, shift forward, open. Shift back, step back. Now we're going to step to the side, turn the hands over, step out. Okay, so now we're going to do brush knee, brush knee. Hands forward. Remember, you're brushing the knee. The other one kind of like says stop. Remember, 2 circles. As you shift back, change the hands. This one says, come on along with me. This one lifts up, step forward, back to brush knee. We're going to come back to the position where we started. Same leg. Shift back, change the hands. Step back, forward, brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands. Step back, step forward, brush the knee. Good. Now to change the legs, we're just going to pull it back. Pull it back. Pull. Step back to the ball. Step out. Change the hands as we change the feet. Good. Step out and brush the knee. Right. Shift back as we step back. Lift both. Remember, 2 circles. Right out to that brush knee. Shift back, change the hands. This one says, come on along with me. Step out, brush the knee. Shift back, change the hands, step back, and brush the knee. Then we're going to pull back as we shift back. Step back to the center. And as we finish, bring the hands up. And down. Relax the hands down, then shake them out. Good. Okay, good. So work them out again, always as best as you can, and just keep working it and make the mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes because when you make mistakes, you know at least where you are. Then to correct it, it's just a matter of, oh yeah, it goes here, not there. See the difference? Okay. So what I want you to do is we're gonna stimulate that lung channel. So remember, you're gonna touch here on the side, right where the shoulder meets the chest muscle. Okay, that's the beginning of that lung channel, and then we're just gonna tap it. Tap it hard with your hand, not your fingertips, your hand. That's it. Just tap it, feel it. Wakes up that channel. Okay, tap it, wake it up. And we're gonna tap down the arm. Stop it about the middle. Tap it there. And then tap down again the arm. Finish right below the thumb. Don't be afraid of it. Again, we want to wake that. Usually I do this with needles, so you can tap it pretty hard. It's okay. You can tap it good. And then tap it across the thumb and then brush. Brush. My girlfriend's been doing this like 2-3 times a day. She says she really feels it.
Oh, great.
Same thing on the other side. Again, tap. Tap good. And then tap down the arm. Here, in the middle. And tap down again. Stop at the base of the thumb. And then tap off the thumb. And then brush. Brush. Now, one more thing I want you to do, it's good to help strengthen the lungs. Now, normally, we breathe in and out through the nose, okay? But what I want you to do is you're gonna breathe in, I want you to hold it for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then blow it out as hard as you can. And you're gonna do that like 5 times. And then you're gonna rest for a minute, and then do that again. So you're gonna breathe in nice and deep, blow it out like there's a candle that just doesn't want to go out. You're going to blow it as hard as you can. Breathe in. Hold it. Blow it out. Use it. Feel everything up in here. Again, breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. All the way out. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. All the way out. Again. Hold it. Breathe out real hard. Good. And then just shake out. Good. Now you do like a couple of sets of those.
Okay.
You do 5 or 6 of those, and then later on the day you do 5 or 6 more. Okay, and then just shake out. Shake out. Very good. Any questions for you at all?
No, I just need to practice.
That's what it is. Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the video and stop the recording.